morning, North America. Wow, what a game last night. Obviously, everybody was expecting some sort of a blowout, and Dak Prescott came to play. He must have been playing in his dreams or something, getting some practice in, but he looked great. They played tough, and it's the first game of the season. I'm not expecting people to be polished yet, and you got your nerves. I could tell definitely people were amped up a little, probably too much, a little nervous, and apprehensive. Man, it was a great Thursday night game to start the season off with. Lots of excitement, lots of back and forth going on. There was a lot of drama in between. There was a lot of drama at the end. The Bucs pulled it off. It was a great game. Super excited about that. And it's going to be, a great season. People are going to come to play. You're the champ. So, at that point, you got to just go ahead and tip your hats to both teams for playing tough and, getting it done. It was very exciting, and I can't wait for the rest of the week to kick off. A little hobby talk here, guys. PSA dropped their prices for their express service that they have from, I think, $200 to $150. Yay for the people that need to send it in for that price rate or quickness, because it still doesn't do anything for the mass or people with even that mid-tier card that you may not even have the card worth $100 to $150. So that value is still not there, and that's really what people are looking for that value for grading. SGC is still your best thing, and if you like HGA and SGC or CGS, it's too many acronyms, driving me nuts. But overcast, rainy morning here in Tampa. Sun's trying to poke through the clouds, and I want to talk a little about Donruss football and my impressions of it now. I've been in 4 breaks with it. I've had great teams. I've had bad teams that turned out to be good teams for hit-wise for the box, but nothing crazy. Best card I've pulled so far. My very first break, I had the Jaguars for a half case. And the second half of that same case, I had the 49ers. And what I noticed is the top rated rookie base cards are not very plentiful. And I'm talking about your quarterbacks, your top, let's say top 10 guys, for instance. They're not overly printed. You're not getting a Trey Lance and a Trevor Lawrence and a Zach Wilson and a Mac Jones, rated rookie card in every box. Nowhere near that. I've seen as few as 2 Trevor Lawrences now, base rated rookies, and up to 5 mix of Trevor Lawrences with an autograph or a variation or something like that, a canvas mixed in. A couple of boxes I've been in, I've seen a bunch of Zach Wilson. I think those are just more Zach Wilson oriented boxes, because I've seen a couple with Mac Jones now too, that way. Not where they got 10 Mac Jones or Zach Wilson, but where they get 4 or 5 decent ones. And you're talking about 6, 8, 9 boxes, these breaks I've either been in or watched. And it's telling me that, the rated rookie is probably short printed for most of these guys. And I don't know if they'll ever tell us that, but that's what it looks like right now. And it's going to be easy to see them online because a lot of people are going to try and just move them quickly. But compared to how easier it was to get a rated rookie in Donruss last year with the amount of product that's in the product, it just seems like it's a little harder. So maybe that's a good thing, because we're always complaining about overprinting all the product, but now they're just overprinting most of the product. Plus, the Donruss set has a massive amount of inserts. Holy moly. Go look at the sell sheet, the true sell sheet on this product. It is intense. It's already a 400 card base set. Every base card has multiple variations, and then all the subsets within that. Holy crap. Because there's like a subset within a subset within a subset with a numbered card, subset, blah, 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 blah. And it's like throwing up on itself is what it sounds like. There's a lot of cards in a box. You get a lot of fluff, in my opinion. Yeah, fun inserts and stuff like that, and great for PC collecting. Not as much as flipping, even though there is a fair amount of the rated. There's the rated rookie card you can get, the Gridiron Kings rookie card you can get, the rookies, freshman fabric auto stuff. So there's a really heavy mix of the new guys, the rookies, that you can get in this product. But it is a cool product. I really like the Donruss product. I don't care for the night moves so much, even though they're rare. For the card of what it is, it doesn't overly impact me. I do like downtown. I think some of the downtown artwork this year is kind of wonky. Some is fantastic, like the Zach Wilson one. That looks phenomenal. I love that. The Tom Brady one with the bunch of like Buccaneers swashbucklers in the back with the cannon. It just looks too child hokey. They could have done something better. Mac Jones looks interesting because of the crab claws and being up there in New England and stuff, but I just think some of them look really look stupid at the end of the day. I don't like the way they look. They could have done better. The Modern Marvels, those are super cool cards. It's the comic theme stuff, and they're rare, more rare I think than they were in the past at any given point. I've already seen 2 Mac Jones pulled. Saw a Mac Jones Marvels and a Mac Jones autograph to 50 pulled in the same box. And there was something else crazy pulled in that box too. That was crazy. That was just like the main box of the case is what that happened to be. So if you get a chance, the best research is going and watching breaks. Just fast forward to the end like everybody else does, like you're probably going to do maybe to this video. But go get an idea of how stuff's breaking out before you get into a break. Unless you're just like, I'm just going to throw, X amount of dollars in and just see what happens. Because this stuff's expensive for what it is. Most people were able to get into it in like the $300 range to $350 originally, and now I'm seeing these boxes for $500, $450 to $550 in places, and some people are breaking them as a $600 box. So and if they bought it for $349, they're making a good couple $100 on that. And I always keep that in mind. So if you're a breaker and you're watching this, your margin should be similar to somebody else's margin, unless you're following so big you don't have to care. But when I watch certain people throw a break up and it takes 4 hours to fill a break, and I watch another guy throw a break up and it only takes 30 minutes to fill, and it's mainly because of the price, that's a big deal. Veteran base usually does not need to ship, okay? That's just, don't ship it. It saves you money. This product is going to be heavy to ship when you're in a bunch of breaks. Like, I'm probably going to get a box from the company that I broke with over the last 2 days, because I've had like 4 teams, and I probably have, maybe somewhere near 40 or 50 cards right now, and they're not going to put that in a bubble envelope unless they can strategically pack it, but then you have to worry about it getting damaged. But what else we got going on in the hobby? Just football starting is a big deal. It's exciting. We've got the Rays in the playoffs, or not in the playoffs yet. They'll be in the playoffs, and they're doing very well. Fantasy football is kicked off. It's already interesting. I had Antonio Brown on my bench. Now I got to take that into consideration every week. It's fun. This is what it's about, guys. We love this. This is the mix of the game and the hobby. And you're already, CeeDee Lamb stuff should be going up. Dak Prescott stuff should be going up. Buccaneer-wise, Antonio Brown stuff's probably going to get a look at. And Tom Brady is always Tom Brady, so people are always going to look at that because he'll come back and win. Defense-wise, did y'all see what Vita Vea was doing to people? Holy crap. Okay, people are starting looking at his stuff too, because defense is starting to get ramped up value-wise. Go look how much a Devin White autograph rookie card is. All right, it doesn't even have to be a premier one. You're paying $80 to $100. All right, that's a big deal, because that's showing you emotion. I've noticed this too in baseball with pitchers, that Kershaw's Bowman first and rookie cards and Scherzer and Verlander, all these cards have a sustained value through the pump of the super high that we had back in 2019, 2020 area, and they have sustained. And the season's, winding down for most of these guys. I mean, Scherzer and Kershaw are on the same team. They're probably going to win a World Series this year, barring health. And why wouldn't they keep going up from that? Because at some point the notoriety becomes much more in your face and much bigger. And we got to start, honestly, we should be taking in consideration how good a player is and their possibility for the Hall of Fame, like we do a hitter, like we do a quarterback or a wide receiver or a running back. And it just seems like there's less of those wide receivers and running backs now because the way the game is played is so quarterback focused. But the defense right now on certain teams and certain guys, they're starting to yield a heavy sense of a great long-term future, and they should be looked at that way in the card market. Seems like a lot of people are also getting more into vintage. I don't know if it's just out there a little bit more. I like vintage quite a bit. I'm not the guy that needs to have the best PSA graded card of a guy unless it's something I truly want, which everything would be super expensive. And vintage is a safe buy to go up slowly. Modern is more of the gamble, but with the heavier increase based off of production, because it can happen currently. And that's what makes modern cards very volatile, is I can get hurt, he could throw 10 touchdowns in a game, I wish, something like that, you know what I mean? There's something that always is a catalyst, and in vintage cards your catalyst is usually they died, or this is how great they were. Somebody comes out with a new documentary with new information and people show the love for a card. Because I notice when somebody is passionate about a card and they talk about it, and I've noticed this a lot with vintage, and they talk about the history or the story behind the card or the player, that makes that card and player seem more valuable. And I think it's just more the fact of the right people that already know that are already in the card, and the other people that learn about it over time think about how cool that was, and desirability then creeps in a bit more for stuff like that. Tampa Stadium back there, guys, home of the defending Super Bowl champions, who are now 1-0 and currently lead the NFL in all wins because they're the team that's played and won. All right, guys, I'm getting ready to get to work. Hope you like this video. Hope you're doing good out there. Retail product wise, our drops have been really messed up. We think there's some shenanigans going on again. It's just, and I'm not even sure what to expect this week. I know I'm going to try to get Donruss when it comes out, and it's going to be really tough. And I'm sure they're going to print the living crap out of that in retail. Not sure how it's going to work on Target. Target was tricky this past week. People were able to get some stuff, but everybody's chasing select basketball more than anything. But just keep your eyes out. It looks like the last couple of weeks, Target's dropped pretty much on Wednesday. It's always Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I don't know if a new release of a product dropping on a Friday would ever affect that on them, as I know it will affect a drop in store during retail. So that's always something to think of, even if it's like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon. The vendors are usually told not to put stuff out till a certain time. I don't know if that's still in play because of the newer rules for some of these places, to where they're told just drop it when you get it in, or whenever it's slow and just keep mixing it up, because that's what they want them to do. But all right, guys, I hope you guys have a good weekend, and I hope I see some of you content creators out there. And I don't think there's a show this weekend. There might be. I have to check. I haven't even looked. I'm not really trying to go crazy. I'm trying to organize my cards. It's very tricky to do. But all right, guys, I like everything that's going on. I'm excited right now. So I hope you are too. Take care.